This week on the Spotlight, Paul Gasol has thoughts. He was battling his brother, among other things. And about that brother, Marc Gasol, pretty tough player. Memphis Grizzlies look good. Some interesting family stories here. You got Robin Ventura. The White Sox are kind of loaded, in my opinion. I think they should win their division. Pressure's on Robin. And we flash back to Mark Grace as a very young Cub this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the 27th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove for Benkowski Trivia, the next one Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. 1750 East 55th Street, right over by the lake. The Cove, my trivia, March 25th. Be there or be square. The Dirty Sock is a place you need to experience. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. Great food, great drink. 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. T-Wax Company has real estate investments. You can buy Chicagoland properties and make some money. Profit opportunity since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Real estate investments make money. Call Mr. Thomas. Union Park Bar and Grill. Open at 11 a.m. daily at Jackson and Racine. Huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers. Great staff, they have their own parking lot, daily specials, always fun. Every time I go there, it's great. Union Park Bar and Grill. Lisa Davis Insurance and Tax Services at 10702 Southwestern Avenue, specializing in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution, auto, home, life, business insurance. Call them at 773-873-8977 to help you with your federal insurance plan. Lisa Davis. You've got to get to family dentist Lawrence Ferlin at 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. Easy to reach by calling 773-233-7044. They're doing a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you. Family dentist Lawrence Ferlin. So the Bulls mired in a little difficulty, to paraphrase Lee Elia from 1983, but nowhere near that bad. A few losses here with no Derek, with no Jimmy Butler, etc. And but the lights, even though the lights go out, the party's not over. The Bulls are a playoff team, but it was unfortunate in the game against Memphis because the Bulls rallied back several times to be competitive, to take the lead in the latter part of the fourth quarter, only to get blown out in the last 3 minutes of the game. And it was, well, kind of sad. As a byproduct of this, we went into the Bulls locker room, talked to a couple people. The most dejected of them all seemed to be Joakim Noah.
Joe, that fourth quarter, can you describe what happened?
Lost. Bad loss. We had our chances and we lost. Real stupid mistake, you know. 6 guys on the court.
Yeah, what happened there specifically, Joe?
6 guys on the court, you know. It was a bad mistake.
With all the resiliency you showed to come back, and yeah, I believe you led 88-85. Your normal defense didn't seem to be there in the last couple minutes. How do you describe that?
Well, we got to do a better job defensively, especially down the stretch. Actually, it's not even just down the stretch. It's, the whole game we have to do better defensively.
Joe, it's encouraging to see two guys like Snell and Mirotic kind of pick you back up in that game.
Yeah, they play very well. They've been playing really good basketball, and just got to find a way to win ball games.
Did 4 days, 5 nights catch up to you there at the end, or was it just mistakes?
You can make excuses. We had our chances. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Block shot that they didn't call the block, that foul. What happened on that particular play?
I think I block a shot. They call a foul. That's it. That's what happened.
And the 6 men on the floor, what happened there?
Well, I think I guess we told Nico to get in the game, but I think we didn't really speak who was going to be out, who was replacing. So it was just miscommunication, confusion, something rare. You don't see it very often, and you could say critical moment or important possession. Then all of a sudden you get a free throw and they get the ball back. So tough.
How you had two guys that fueled a comeback in Nico and Tony.
Right. Yes.
And then suddenly, did you guys run out of gas there? They got a 17-3 run to end the game.
I don't think we ran out of gas. It's just they're a tough defensive team. We made some shots. Tony made some big shots. Nico made some big shots. Kirk made a big three that got us in the game and the lead at some point. But they kept working. They got a lot of steals. They're a team that does that well. And they got away with a lot of stuff too.
I was going to say, you were frustrated a lot of the evening.
Yeah.
Was that based on just what was occurring and how they were calling, or in this case, not calling the game?
Yeah, refereeing was frustrating tonight, but it can happen, I guess. Something you can't control, but it's tough when it affects your performance or the outcome. So it's hard.
Powell, with 3 of your key players out, is the margin of error not to make mistakes, is it much smaller because of that?
For sure, without a doubt. Without a doubt, our margin of error is small. We're battling, and that's what needs to continue to happen. We're working hard. We're giving ourselves a chance. Pretty much in all this last 3 tough games that we had, we keep coming back. We keep working, and we give ourselves a chance. But it's just you make a couple mistakes. You got a couple rough minutes, and all of a sudden you're back down. And these teams that we're playing are pretty good.
How about battling your brother? For many years you've battled, and I'm sure you dominated as the older kid, but it's tougher than ever now.
He's playing well, and got himself going with a lot of open shots earlier in the third quarter, and they played a good game overall.
How does it get that spirited like that between you and Mark very often? Is it kind of spirited?
We're always competitive. We're always competitive. We always compete. We always want to do well. Whenever we step on the floor against each other or not. So it's always competitive, and that's part of it. Sometimes he wins, sometimes I win, and that's just the nature of the game. But obviously, it's all about our team. And I wish we could have won tonight.
And next week, we'll have more of Paul Gasol. Coming up, Marc Gasol. Stay with us. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4600. 4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight, conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. I hope my shot clock doesn't expire. I don't know. We're just looking for angles, trying to find a little humor in a tough portion of the Bulls' schedule where they come in intensely undermanned, frankly, and find a way with their depth and their tenacity to make a game of it. But, and with kudos to the recent play of Tony Snell and Nikola Mirotic, who have been really superb as they have gotten way more minutes than they're accustomed to, but taken advantage of the situation, knock down some threes and keep their team alive at times. But in this portion, we're going to talk with Memphis Marc Gasol, who not exactly a mirror image of his older brother Paul, but a different style player, and he describes his rivalry with his brother, the education his brother gave him, and some very interesting family moments that I didn't know till today.
How get that mad playing against you?
Paul got the what? Paul got the mad?
When you were 11 and
frustrated? No, honestly, maybe one time in LA, but to show his emotions that much, I never. Of course, he was getting frustrated, and then it's part of the game. I know he's an emotional game. He wants to win really bad, and in the first half they went through him a lot, and he was getting good looks, and in the second half it was a little different. We won.
Yeah, I was curious when you guys are 5 years apart. I imagine you probably weren't that close when you were kids. Probably closer as adults. Than
yes, we got a lot closer once I became an adult, and once I started playing professional in Spain. Once I left Memphis actually, and went back and played professional for Barcelona. That summer he came back. We became a lot closer, and after that, we got closer and closer each day that has passed.
I would imagine most Americans imagine you guys like playing one-on-one in the driveway, like it would happen here.
It's true. That exactly. No,
that happen?
Oh yeah. My grandma used to have a backyard, and we put a hoop, a really, shaky hoop up there, and my granddad put up, and we used to just shoot at it. I mean, we shot at it so many times that we broke it, and we had to get a better one because that one wasn't really not good at all. And we put up a better one, and we kept shooting at it to really, pretty much break the net, and that's what we did. And of course, we played a little soccer. We were no good at it, even though I love the sport that I love watching the most. I'm not good at it at all.
What were some of the lessons Pa told you about the NBA and professional play that you're able to apply?
I was able to watch it firsthand. Because I lived with Pau his first 2 years in the NBA, so I was able to pick up a lot of stuff, even though I didn't know that I was going to play in the NBA by any means. Trust me, when I was in high school. I'm really curious guy, and I pay attention to a lot of things. And I was just picking up what Pau was saying or he was going through at that time. And of course, I got to know the city as well. So once I got a lot of crazy stuff happened through 5 years. End up in Memphis again after 5 years and playing for the same team that Pau got traded out of. and the city that I already knew, and my family lived there, and I lived in Pau's apartment, and I know it's like I never left that place, and ever since then it's been great.
You lived in his old apartment?
Yeah. I'm not going to say how much he made me pay for rent. I'm not going to say that. But Pau, he's one kind of guy.
So when was the first time you beat your brother, elder brother, one-on-one?
I don't know how much. I always thought that I had the edge on him in the shooting games. Of course, in the one-on-one, he had 4 years on me, so I couldn't really beat him one-on-one. But on the shooting games, that was my chance to beat him. And he's always been a really good shooter as well. So that was where it was even, and I always had confidence in that.
Were you always kind of tagging along to his games when you were a kid?
I always try to, I'm probably the guy that has seen him play the most over his life. I used to be the guy that did all the stats for his team, even, and I used to, keep it up. So all the players after the game would come up to me and ask me like, what I do, and some guys asked me to pat him a little more, and I'm no, I can't do that. So I've been true to the game. But Pau has a game that it's impossible to imitate. He's so finesse and so skilled that it's impossible to imitate. Honestly, you try to imitate his game. I'm a big fan of the game. I never seen a player before that has his skills and his move around the back of so many counters, so many reads, and. It's impossible. I'm sorry. Even though you cannot, his length, his size, his skills, it's just, you can't teach that.
Hey, thanks a lot.
No problem.
Sticking around.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta. Great donuts and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. We're back on the spotlight, and it's Robin Ventura, the manager of the White Sox, who needs to have answers. He's got a bunch of new good players, so what's he going to do in 2015?
How emotional? I think you find that just because, what he means to the organization, what he's gone through, and I know what he feels like. It's your last time going through. I don't think he quite got it. It's an emotional weekend, and I think Saturday night kind of blew him away. That Sunday might have been a little anticlimactic if it wasn't his knowing it was his last game at home. So it was fun. I think it was fun for our team. The fans were great, and I think it was the way he should have went out. So it was. There was emotion going around for everybody that, especially coaches that have kind of been through it, and you played your last game and you understand what it means to hang it up, and you're never going to put it on in that capacity again. And, what he meant to the organization, it was a big day.
Robin, is there pressure on you now with this
calendar? Sure. I think we want that. I think, if there isn't, then you're not playing for the right things. And, if that's what it is, that's great. I'm not going to act any different or do anything different, but people put expectations on us. That's fun. That's what we're shooting for. You want to have that.
Who do you consider some candidates to fill that leadership role?
I've been asked about a captain, and we're not going to have a captain. I think, in baseball, traditionally, you have a guy that's been around for a while, that's been in your organization for a while and has earned it. So you don't just, throw a C on somebody's chest in spring training and expect it to work. So, there won't be anything like that, but it evolves. I think guys do it, and I know, people have asked if pitchers can do it, and I think pitchers can be leaders. I think in every kind of faction of your team, you can have a guy that leads. So there's usually a guy that leads, that plays every day, and there's usually a guy that leads that's part of the staff. So, we'll see how that goes in spring training as we go along.
Robert, are you willing to say that this is a team that's equal going into spring training of Detroit and Kansas City?
Well, we're much better than we were before. We'll see when we meet them and see how it goes. But we like where we're headed. I think we've added some quality guys, and the excitement's there. Talking about the buzz, but when you go to play, you expect to win some games, and we'll see how that goes. I don't think there's no guarantees with anything. We think we're better, but we're going to have to prove it.
Robin, it was.
Well, you're going to have Sanchez and Micah Johnson fighting that out. I think Bonifacio's, having him there is going to be the same way. But until we get to spring training and we see exactly what it is on paper, those are the guys right now.
Robin, people will win jobs in spring training, probably. But right now,
they will. Somebody will.
Probably right now, you have a 1 through 9 in your lineup. What does that look like?
I don't. There are guys that have to win some jobs, and that's part of it. Going to spring training, there are guys. I am going to play Abreu at first base. That makes sense. But there are some other positions that guys, it's open for competition. So, we'll see how that goes. I think competition is good when you go to spring training.
What are the trappings of bringing in 8 or 10 new guys? You've been on teams where, you were one of those guys added on as far as the chemistry and getting to know and work with people.
Well, you're also looking at the quality of guys that you bring in, and that's important. And, Rick and his staff did a great job of once you're identifying guys that you're looking to get, and sometimes you don't always get them. And part of it is, their talent, and the other part is, you do some background checks and, ask people that have either played with them or been around them, and you're trying to find guys that are quality guys. And I think that's another aspect that we added to, is the type of guy that we got. We lost some good guys, with Paulie leaving, and you're going to have to find guys that are like that. You want people that have that track record and are good team guys within your clubhouse. But it doesn't always happen. I think even with
I eat on the pasta twice just.
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
We're back in the spotlight, and a couple of the elements of resurgence for the Cubs, of course, have been the starting pitching, and another notable one is the hitting of Mark Grace. And Mark's here with us to tell us a little bit about it. Mark, can you pinpoint any single thing you've been doing different the last 3 weeks or so than you did maybe in April and May?
Well, I'm swinging at strikes now. Early in the season when I was struggling, I felt I had to be aggressive and get myself out of my problems, and I started swinging at pitches that were, low and in the dirt and high and over my head, and that just wasn't the answer. Now I'm taking the balls and swinging at the strikes, and it's helping. I'm just trying to relax a little more and just hit something that's hittable, not anything that comes up there. I'd have swung at the rosin bag in April and May if they had thrown it up here, but now I'm just trying to relax up there and hit strikes.
To try to get into the point of the aggression, I know that Wrigley Field can be a trap for some people. You have an excellent offensive season like you did in '89, particularly in the playoffs, and then a guy who is real comfortable spraying the ball, hitting singles, doubles, and triples, maybe is thinking home run a little bit. How much of that could have played on your mind?
Oh, definitely. Early in the season, Andre and Rhino are hitting balls out of the park. Every other at-bat, they're hitting home runs, and I kind of wanted to join in on the fun. That looked like fun, jogging around the bases, but then I realized that I'm not that type of hitter, and it took me 2 months to get that out of my mind and just realize, hey, Mark, you're not that kind of a hitter. Go back to hitting the ball to left field and up the middle, and don't try to be Andre Dawson and Ryan Sandberg. And finally, it's starting to show because I'm not trying that anymore.
If you could pick a single coach or a single person in your development that was critical in helping you establish your hitting style, who would it be?
Oh, that probably goes back to college days. My coach at San Diego State was a big believer in using the whole field and using the hit and run. We didn't have many big guys on our team at San Diego State, so we had to hit and run a lot, and that kind of helped you develop a stroke to left field. And Tony Gwynn's he's from San Diego State also, so he's got that same kind of stroke. That's basically what's taught at San Diego State. But Joe Altobelli's helped me a lot, the hitting coach here for the Cubs. He's helped me pull the ball a little bit with some authority once in a while, and I'll keep working with him trying to hone that kind of a stroke.
Another, of course, tough thing could be that a lot of times first base is perceived as a power position, but we've all learned by analyzing stats over the years that home runs aren't as important as runs batted in, and I'm just wondering if there are any big sluggers or maybe high average hitters that were your role models growing up.
Well, I was a big Keith Hernandez fan when I was growing up. He was everything that I kind of wanted to be. He was left-handed like myself. He was about the same build as me, and he was an outstanding defensive first baseman. He didn't bring a ton of power to the position. I think he was the first guy that really brought defense to first base, and he was kind of a guy that I really admired, and I really liked the way he played.
From this point on in the season now, your club has stabilized some areas, particularly with the emergence of Harkey and Bosky in your starting staff, and you're joining Dunston and Sandberg and Dawson in the heart of that order. Tell us what kind of goals you have to finish off August and September.
Well, as a team, we just want to hopefully get back to the 500 plateau and maybe go after third place. That's not beyond the realm of possibility. We're chasing the Expos right now. We're right on their tail. Personally, I'd like to continue this hot streak. I'm going pretty good right now. I hope I can continue it, and Jerome and Rhino have been on base for me, so there's been some RBI opportunities, and I'd just like to cash them in. I don't know.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.